Let's watch Oompaville and see what he has to say.
You may have seen this video or the plethora of other videos on YouTube about Ava Tyson.
No, not at all. I've never heard of
this
the situation at all.
Recently, when a bunch of crazy shit came out, Shadman, alleged grooming, all this stuff, and these recent controversies have left YouTube's largest creator, MrBeast, someone directly adjacent to Ava Tyson, in muddy waters. MrBeast did release a statement basically disavowing every single thing categorically and calling for a third-party investigation to figure out the extent of what exactly has been going on. But by God, many a thing has come out on Twitter. There's been new people. There's a guy named Nathan now. There's all sorts of stuff. There's 500,000 Discord messages about to be leaked. My God, I tell you what, I don't like being.
Why is he saying Jod? Like what why? That's so weird. Like, he said it once, and I didn't, like, say anything. Like, then he said it twice, and now it's like, what?
In here anymore. I don't like this world. I don't want to be here anymore. Ava Tyson has cast a fairly dark shadow over the MrBeast brand and has created a lot of uncertainty in the YouTube space. I'm a personal fan of MrBeast. I like MrBeast. I think that he's probably a good guy. I've never met him.
MrBeast and Mr. Peter. I don't know. We haven't really seen anything to make me say that that's the case for sure. But you know, it's definitely hard to say otherwise right now with everything coming out. You know, it's definitely getting harder and harder to be a MrBeast fan.
To him, really. The lion's share of good things that have been done by YouTubers belongs to him. He's got like this whole funnel. Everybody has a funnel on how to make money on YouTube and stuff. Like, I got everything. I got candy and all this stuff and merch and stuff. He's got a funnel to a philanthropy channel. Like, his whole thing funnels down into a philanthropy channel. So I'm interested in talking about all this stuff and see exactly what your guys' thoughts are in these muddy waters. I tell you what, by John, I tell you what. Anyways, Ava is being canceled for a few reasons. And what else go Fudos? So this all started with Ava being canceled for two primary reasons. Mainly her support and endorsement of one of the internet's most disgusting artists, Shadman, who draws children. A lot of people have disabled their accounts actually on Twitter. This was a mass casualty incident, in all honesty, with the whole Shadman thing. I had no idea how many YouTubers were just kind of chill with this guy. I'm gonna be honest, I plead ignorance. So Ava greatly liked this fellow. Ava also spent a bunch of time speaking with.
What the? Who are you? Okay, have fun with your tomato tree.
With minors, and there were a bunch of edgy jokes and things that left a sour taste in many people's mouths. Grooming allegations, all this stuff. The main minor in question, Lava, who we had a statement from in the first video, has stated multiple times that he was not groomed by Ava and Ava didn't do anything wrong, but now is retracting a bit of that and saying this and talking about how Ava is
we talked about this
it's all
before.
Incredibly inappropriate, which I think that's the best way to boil it all down for sure. It's up to Lava, the adult man, to determine the reality of the situation. But looking back, I don't think anyone.
It absolutely is not. Once something is done to you, once you are a victim of something, you are not the person to decide whether or not you were victimized. It is up to, first off, the law and the impartial definition of what did or didn't happen.
One thinks it's okay for an adult bro to be talking about disgusting shit in depth and weird shit with children. That's weird, bro. Come on, don't do that. It especially looks bad and not good when things come out like you talking about sending to the minor in question, even if they're ramen noodles, whatever, dude. It's a bizarre implication, and it's inappropriate behavior between.
The whole thing. Oh, he said he was sending me nudes, but it was all actually it was actually like noodles. It was ramen noodles. It wasn't like actual like pictures of himself. It's like, okay, and you shouldn't even be having these conversations with adults. Adults should not be making these jokes around you. Like, it's fucking weird.
An adult and child. Anyways, the controversy continues. Yesterday, some stuff came out, and it was Lava asking Ava about her addiction. She mentioned her folder in several tweets, and Lava mentioned that these were just bad jokes in DMs. Finster, to make the context of that situation a little bit worse, put out a video addressing his friendship with Ava, and mentions that when he saw this tweet from Lava about Ava's addiction when he was 14, Finster had a revelation because Ava had also spoken to him about him in the past. Finster, that is.
Ava has spoken to me about him, which is fine in the context of two adults having a conversation, especially when one of them does Facebook, like me. And it wasn't like it was sprung on me either. There was an ask of like, can we talk about this? And I said yes. But under no circumstances should
be
a
with
child
a
have
kid.
ever heard that.
Spencer points out that this is obviously fine between two adults. So you're allowed to be a sexual degenerate when you're over the age of 18. You know, that's the line in the sand right there. But when you got a 21-year-old and a 14-year-old, it's very strange. So yeah, think what you will about Lava and Ava's relationship, all this different stuff. Think what you will about that. You've got all of Lava's statements. They're all out there. You guys can kind of determine it yourself. At the end of the day, Ava is very clearly a bad person and a freak sexual degenerate. Since then, a second, third, fourth, whatever the another person has shared a video of their
A third tweet has hit the controversy.
Snapchat conversations with Ava. We saw a lot of the same patterns in the conversations that we saw with Lava, where Ava was an adult at the time, calling this new individual who was 14 dad and sending kissy face emojis.
Yeah, that's just
shit
weird.
Like that. There's a potential that this video could be manipulated. I don't exactly know, but you know, it seems like similar conversations to the ones that we have 100% shown that are true. With this, we have a trend of Ava, an adult person who is calling children dad or daddy, is friends with Shadman. Like, it's so beyond, so far outside the realm of what is considered okay and joking and weird. Hey bro, hey dude, that's chill. Hey, what's up? What's up, my homies and stuff? Hey daddy. You know, I do that as a joke sometimes, but usually I say zaddy, and it's like to other adult men who are who are older than me. I don't call children zaddy.
Okay, yeah, if it's like somebody who's older than you, then yeah, it makes sense. Or if it's just like your friend who's in the same age group, then yeah, it's absolutely fine. There's no problem with that. But if you're talking to a kid, like, why? It's like there is no reason. There is no non-weird justification for it.
Daddy, because that's weird as fuck. Then we have the third person, a person named Nate, claiming to be groomed by Ava. Nate's video states that he was 15 when he was also groomed by Ava.
Chris Tyson from MrBeast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old.
And he says that despite Lava saying that he wasn't a victim, he definitely was, and likely was paid off.
I was actually friends with Lava GS at the time, who is the main victim of Chris that everyone has been talking about these last few days, who claims he's a victim, but we all know he is, and we all know he probably got paid off.
Lava says that that's not true.
I don't
so
think
like,
look, the whole he got paid off. It's like, I don't think that that's a necessity. You can very easily convince someone that the situation they're going through isn't bad if they just idolize you or if they look up to you. So I generally don't believe that Lava was even halfway, like, I don't even think anybody in the MrBeast crew reached out to Lava and said, "Hey, please, say it this way," or, Chris. I don't think anybody reached out to Lava and said, "Hey, please help me in this situation. Please help Chris in this situation. Be on Chris's side here." I don't think anybody did that. I think it was just a matter of Lava looked at the situation, and from the perspective of somebody who was looking up to someone and who wanted to be in a friend group, Lava was confused about the situation and didn't understand that they were in fact being put in situations that they shouldn't have been. And that's kind of what the tweet where Lava says, "Yeah, guys, I was actually wrong and this shit was inappropriate." That's what that tweet revealed. It revealed that he was confused. He wasn't thinking about it properly. And when the things were shown to him, he looked at it again and went, "Okay, yeah, no, yeah."
Ava are fighting. There's a lot of fighting, and people are making it this big NDA thing. It's like a cabal, the MrBeast cabal, and it's a conspiracy, but it seems fairly cut and dry. Ava's a bad person and is a sexual degenerate and released some of that energy on children when they absolutely should not.
That is the worst wordage you could have, like, chosen, Oompa. Like, come on, bruh. Why are you talking about releasing energy on kids?
Have done that. That is not good. Ava should not have done that. Nate also claims that Lava and himself did work that went unpaid, which is pretty cool.
Not only did we do a lot of unpaid work for him that he promised he would pay us for, he would also frequently bring up sexual topics that was definitely not appropriate to bring up around 15, 16-year-olds, especially with him being like I don't know, 20, 21 years old.
Nate also claims that there were repeated sexual topics brought up around 15, 16-year-olds, and also claims, once again, that Ava had sent him /hentai.
He would even go as far as linking me several different corn and videos throughout the time of me talking with him.
And had an NSFW bot in their Discord server with all these children, which is mind-boggling, degenerate alert.
Not only that, but he had an NSFW bot in his Discord.
I still remember being in a server that had an NSFW bot. We were all adults in that server. We were all people who knew each other, like in real life. And one of the guys, like the only thing he did in that server was just spam the bot to post like hentai pictures. That was it. That was all that person did. And I'll be honest, as an adult in a server of adults, that guy was fucking weird. The only reason to have a porn bot in your Discord server is if you are a fucking gooner. And if you're a gooner, you shouldn't be. Fix your shit, my guy.
Discord server before he made it public. So when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors. And he would use this NSFW bot to spam different corn images, alongside all these 15-year-olds.
Nate also claims that before the Discord server was open to their YouTube community, he was tasked with scrubbing the server of N-words that had been sent by Ava and all the other stuff that would look bad, which is, you know, also
goddamn
great. I mean, that's just another tarot card of evil that we get. Ava's in the seventh circle of hell.
This server later.
I do not think that people using the N-word casually amongst friends because it's a funny word, ha ha ha. It's like, I don't think that's evil. I think it's stupid. That's it. It's just childish shit.
Went public and became his official Discord server, but before it did, he had me and Lava spend multiple days scrubbing this Discord server clean of all of the N-words he had sent in it, as well as his friends, as well as deleting the NSFW channels and making sure no one could see that he was spamming corn to minors.
Nate also does provide some proof and images that Ava and him had known each other for a while, but, you know, he doesn't really provide much else to verify the claims that he's making. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. In all honesty, it's
enough stuff has come out that fucking anyone with even a slight connection to MrBeast could come out, say their story, and that story will be believed whether or not it's true. I'm not disparaging the story. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that, you know, right now, as things stand, if you have any amount of connection to MrBeast and you've wanted to, you know, burn him for whatever reason, or, you know, you want to cash in real quick, you could probably just make a YouTube video about it and probably expect a couple thousand views.
This person is a sexual degenerate, shouldn't be around children, and needs to get some serious help. We already showed Lava's response to Nate, because Nate kind of called out Lava, and Lava's like, he confirms that he knows Nate, and Nate was in fact involved in the degenerate YouTube server Discord thing between Ava and all these people, but he was removed.
Completely untrue. I was friends with him. We played games together and worked on Discord. He was later removed because of how unstable he was. Lash out, verbally attack other members of the team.
Because he's an unstable guy and he verbally lashes out at people. Lava also essentially denies every single claim that was made by Nate, saying that he was never paid off, etc. We already went over this. Lava also said there was no scrubbing of the Discord server nor unpaid work because they did
We did convert the Discord from a private one to a public in a day after it had been made public. This involves setting up moderation bots and channel permission. We also had never done unpaid work. At no point was there any agreement that we would be paid for anything we worked on. So you did do unpaid work. It just was never agreed upon that you'd be paid, but that's unpaid work. That is the definition of unpaid work.
Without ever being told that they'd be paid. And that's pretty common. Discord is like, you know, people just kind of work in the community a lot of volunteer stuff. Lava then also points out that Nate has worked with Jake the Viking more than anyone else, and provides a link to a video where Nate is tagged as the editor for Jake, which feels a little bit like an attempt to just discredit Nate. And I don't really know why everyone who is a victim of Ava is like fighting over this. Ava's the bad person. Like, it's fairly clear. The degenerate is there. We have acknowledged the degenerate. Now let's move on and do something else with our time. After Lava's response to Nate's first claims, Nate made a response with a video providing what he claims are logs from the Discord before their purge. And tomorrow, I believe, he's releasing 500,000 Discord messages and all this stuff. So if you guys,
that is actually like, imagine having this level of foresight. He was told to delete the shits, and he went, you know what? I'm gonna take pictures of all of it. And he took all of these pictures, he stored all of this, and he waited for years for it to come up. Like, that is next level shit.
If you guys want to go check those out when they come out, they'll probably be out by the time this video goes up, then you are more than welcome to do that. If these are real, they look real.
I'm gonna put the link to the Discord in my story. Locked down to only gods and anointed. Bad idea. How are we gonna die? Okay, it's a good idea. Okay.
Bad because it's Chris mentioning the NSFW channel, and there are messages in the server.
Best to search all this to new so you don't see so many bot logs. Yeah, needs gone.
Talking about purging the server.
Here you can see Chris talking about locking down the NSFW channel to true gods and anointed only.
Gods and anointed, that's weird as fuck.
I was a true god and I was a minor. Not only that, but you can see me right below it, Nathan.rtx, saying this is a bad idea. So even I knew as a kid that this was a really bad idea.
So if these are real, then the association with Jake the Viking has no validity in discrediting any of this stuff. So I don't know. I just don't get it though. It's like, Ava's the bad person. Here, let's focus our energy on this and not discredit each other and be like, well, I'm not a victim. No, you are a victim. No, I'm not a victim. Who cares? We have identified the degenerate. Apparently on top of all this Nate, Lava, MrBeast gaming stuff, Trey Yates, one of MrBeast's gaming leads at the time, chimed in on Twitter saying that they had never heard of Nate and he knew everyone who was sent contracts, which sort of discredits what Nate was saying. So what do you guys think actually happened? And
what I think is happening now is people in the MrBeast crew are trying their best to, not lose their cash cow. Like, I'm sorry, if you have that many DMs, that much evidence, some shit is fucky, Some shit is fucky. And if the shit is fucky, then the shit's been fucked,
Do you even care? I just want to know, the demon has stopped. The demon is over. Anyways, to move on and take a step back and talk about what I brought up initially, which is the fact that MrBeast is somewhat implicated in this. People
Obviously,
say that
he's
he
the
knew,
one in charge of everything.
Jake the Viking.
Okay, this whole idea of, like, if you're in charge of an enterprise and there is this type of weird shit involved in that enterprise, and somehow you don't know about it, that doesn't make you innocent. That makes you incompetent. And if your incompetence is leading to the bad result as if you were malicious, then you might as well have been malicious. It doesn't matter. Like, you're in charge. You're supposed to know this stuff. If you don't know, that's still your fault. So this whole, MrBeast might not have known, I don't give a shit. He should have known. He should have paid attention. It's like, you're surrounding yourself with these people. You should know how they are, and you should know how they're gonna behave, how they're gonna think, how they're gonna do shit. Like, this whole argument that, maybe he didn't know. It's a stupid ass argument.
Is the only real well-known team member, aside maybe from Sneeko, who has come forward saying the ominous Jimmy New tweet. But at this point now, Jake isn't the only former MrBeast employee to jump on the bandwagon to try to take them all down and use the degeneracy of Ava to shut down the entire MrBeast empire. A video is circulating from a guy named Dawson who claimed he worked with MrBeast from February 2024 to June 2024. And Dawson opened his video with a quick shot of the supposed MrBeast NDA and Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us playing. This guy shows us in the video MrBeast Studios and says he's been driving by all day to see if there is an FBI raid.
I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening?
Sort of weird.
That's kind of weird.
Behavior, but man,
That is absolutely weird stalker shit.
Dawson never really clarifies why he only worked there until June. He worked there for just 4 months, but he says that Ava Tyson is only the tip of the iceberg, similar to the ominous Jimmy New tweet.
My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is the tip of the iceberg.
Dawson says that they really couldn't do anything about Ava or let her go because she was a major liability.
Well, yeah.
She had threatened legal action in the past and that she knows too much.
I heard many times that Ava, Chris Tyson, is a major liability, but
we believe.
Oh my god, go away. I don't care about Minicog.
But they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she
Well, yeah.
knows too much.
What exactly those extreme
That whole, you know, she's threatened legal action and knows too much. The only way that that works if, number one, you don't have, like, cause to fire someone. And let's be honest, all of these social media things and, like, image-based enterprises, public image-based enterprises, if you do something that might make the company look bad, that is cause for firing. So, yeah, any attempt by Chris to sue over this stuff would be unsuccessful. The only way that Chris would have leverage to not get fired is if she had some type of leverage. And I say Chris because at the time, he had not transitioned to she, okay? Though I guess this guy is referring to something that happened this year, at which point it would be Ava Tyson, a she.
ominous things mean? I have no idea. It's so easy to say that. This guy worked there for 4 months. For some reason, I don't believe that he knew really that much.
I mean, yeah, but he might have seen it.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. And by the way, this did age poorly, given the fact that Ava and MrBeast have parted ways, and MrBeast mentioned an action.
Okay, but here's the thing. There is a difference between when something is still not, like, known by the public, and so, you know, you want to fire the person, but you don't want it to become public because it'll make you look bad, whatever, whatever, whatever. And when it becomes public and now you don't have a choice. So now you have to fire them. There is a difference.
Actual investigation that's going to go on, which is, in my opinion, very mature and responsible. And if you're, like, worried about a major liability, then I don't think you would do that, to be honest. They parted ways because she was indeed a liability. That's obviously been proven true now. This fella does show a payment from MrBeast YouTube LLC to verify that he did indeed work for Mr. Breast. And we can see with the North Carolina Secretary of State that MrBeast YouTube LLC is a business registration that is valid. You can see it right here. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat. But beyond that, it's about all the evidence that Mr. Dawson shows. He doesn't really say anything else. He doesn't really do anything more. He just plays Kendrick Lamar, drives around, mentions...
Yeah, he just says, hey, I used to work for MrBeast. I know all of this stuff is true and real, and yeah, he bad. And, you know, I'm not disputing that he worked there, but it's like Oompaville said, he was there for 4 months. Anything he might have seen would have to have been like just the tip of the iceberg. It's very unlikely that he would have inside information on the more secretive side of things, if that makes sense, right? So, you know, it's difficult to be sure.
The FBI says, I work for MrBeast. They all knew she was a liability. And then that's it. Pretty cool. I don't really see any indication that there is an iceberg or that this would be just the tip of said iceberg. Evidence or not, social media doesn't give a fuck. There's blood in the water, dude. There's an opportunity to tear down MrBeast right now.
Oh,
that
yeah.
seems to be what's going on. There's a lot of stuff coming out. The MrBeast witch hunt has officially begun. After Ava's situation blew up on Twitter, obviously it's a matter of time before this starts to...
he's absolutely right about this. Whether MrBeast is guilty or not, and I said this before, right? Um, Chris, Ava, whatever. This happening is going to result in everyone involved with MrBeast being thrown into a state of enhanced scrutiny, which means that if there is something else to find, it will be found. If MrBeast has done other sketchy shit, this will be the time where that sketchy shit comes to the front. And we will see whether or not MrBeast's career can take all of the hits. Absolutely, the reason why this is happening is Chris Tyson.
To infect MrBeast's general situation. So all the people that said that Ava was a liability probably said it for transphobic reasons. They were proven right, but for the wrong reasons specifically. The big claim.
This is why when you're doing math, it's important to show your work, because just because you got to the right answer does not mean you were right. If what you said is stupid and you ended up being right in the end, it's still stupid and you got lucky. That's all this is.
In the beginning was,
though I will say it is very, very shitty for people in the trans community that every time a large, like a person of big renown comes out as trans, shortly after they're revealed to be a sexual deviant. It's very bad for them because it just lends credence to the very hateful idea that, you know, transness and all that stuff, it's all just another extension of sexual deviancy. And that shit is just, it's just shitty, right? Like nobody wants that to be the case. Nobody wants to have that be the general narrative. But every time that a new celebrity, whether it be a YouTuber or an actual Hollywood person, every time that they either use their sexual identity as a shield to protect themselves from accusations of sexual deviancy, or every time that they come out, they make it real big, real public, make sure everybody knows about it, and then they're later revealed to have been a sexual deviant, especially a sexual predator in the case of Chris and many others. It becomes very, 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 very hard for people in an already marginalized community to deal with the situation, because now the only example of somebody in that community that a lot of people know was a sexual deviant. So they're going to assume, like, oh, so this type of person is a sexual deviant. And why do they assume that? Because they've already heard it a bunch of other times from other people who were warning them about this. So now the next time that a content creator comes out as trans, a bunch of people are gonna look at, Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman, who say, keep them away from the kids, and they're gonna go, hey, they were right before. And it doesn't matter that they were right basically out of luck, because they had no evidence. They had no reason to say what they were saying. They just said it. It doesn't matter because they were right. And that's all people will remember. And it's really, really shitty.
was that MrBeast knew of Ava's behavior, or that he supported Ava in some way through all this stuff. There's like the picture of the shaved man thing on the wall. They removed that from their video. So he absolutely knew of the existence of that art, but like, I don't know what it is. If I saw that, I wouldn't know what it was. I wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't know, like there's
bullshit. Okay. Come on, Oompaville. Come on. Yes, you would. You would look at that. You would see a picture of a very clearly very young girl wearing just a shirt, which she is pulling down over her ass, and she's like making a face towards like the viewer, and you'd understand that that's meant to be pornographic because it's obvious. And you'd also understand that that's meant to be a kid because it's also obvious. Come on, Oompaville, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit where you pretend like we don't know what we're looking at. It makes it look as though you think people are stupid. And the only thing that does is make people lose respect for you and makes it so you lose credibility.
Benefit of the doubt there for sure.
Don't do
but
that
it
shit.
really seems like the internet now wants MrBeast to topple and be destroyed. Everything is unfolding. There's stuff coming out right now about this new. There's contestants. I mean, just go look at the Drama Alert page.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people talking about how he faked stuff and he's a fraud and stuff. And like my opinion on that is like, if you actually, invited people to your first of all, it is illegal to have people from production working in those like challenge videos. Like you can't do that. You can't have people from your production working on that thing to earn the reward. You can't do that. That's illegal. Like straight up, that is illegal. The same thing with giveaways, the same thing with all that. That shit's just straight up illegal. Even if you only have one person because, some people couldn't make it because of COVID or whatever. Like, no, that shit is not okay. And the thing with reality TV is the more of it you fake and the more of it you are known to have faked, the worse it will be, the less people will care. And now that people have been made aware that you in fact do put people from your own crew in the videos to pretend to be contestants, that becomes a problem because now you as the viewer don't care as much. You were invested and now that investment has been it's been usurped from you because of this revelation that, hey, turns out he had people in the crew, or he had people from the crew in the challenges. It's like,
dude, that's all it is just people coming out. I was in the competition, MrBeast. He wants to see us all killed and maimed and psychologically disturbed. Jimmy knowing about Shadman is like so irrelevant, it seems like now to people. Ava's done and gone. The degeneracy's done and gone. Jimmy probably.
Well, to be fair, Ava is gone. Like the situation with Ava is settled. Now people are looking at MrBeast. It's like I said, enhanced scrutiny.
We didn't know about all that stuff. Now it's like illegal.
I mean, we know that he knew. Come on. Like he can say, "Oh, I didn't know." It's like it was your Discord. It was your friend that had a picture of a cartoon little girl getting ready to get railed, basically, in his living room. You didn't know. Bullshit. Come on.
Gambling. I mean, we'll get into it.
Guys, you have got to get your hands on these.
Go away!
First, there's the beard and balls.
After all of the Ava stuff came out and the MrBeast witch hunt began, the first clip to surface, or I guess resurface, was a clip from a podcast called Hot Wet Soup. The podcast is hosted by 3 YouTubers, Bionic Pig, Leon Lush, and Elvis the Alien. They covered YouTube topics and they regularly hosted popular content creators, one of those being MrBeast. It's also very old. I mean, it's from a while ago. In a very old clip, the topic that was being debated, it's also a very old.
How long ago was it?
It's from a while ago. Content creators, one of those being MrBeast. Also,
is it here? No, I don't see it.
Very old. I mean, it's from a while ago. In a very old clip, the topic that was being discussed was Bad Baby, who had been blowing up at the time because she was on Dr. Phil's TV show, and she said, "Catch me outside. How about?"
I still don't understand how, like, girls can just get famous like this. And it does, like, I don't know of any cases of guys who say some dumb shit on camera and then become millionaires overnight, basically having their weird behavior rewarded like that. I don't know of any case of this happening with a guy. Like, this almost exclusively happens with girls. So weird to me.
One of the hosts mentioned that MrBeast thought that Bad Baby was funny, and Jimmy cuts into the conversation and says, "Let's be real. You wouldn't put your D in her?" Obviously a very bad...
What the fuck? Kind of a thing to say, my dude. What the fuck?
Look, but the clip appears to have been taken out of context and cut short right after Jimmy
There's this comment on a 14-year-old about a surfaced online. So I was hoping when you guys said yes, I wouldn't do it. She's too young. What? I'm sorry. Have you never seen somebody like, oh, I take it back? It's like, no, dude, no, no. You don't get to walk that back. What the fuck? It's like, oh, he walked it back immediately. And motherfucker, he still said it. The fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean? I was hoping one of you guys said yes. I wouldn't do it. She's too young. Yeah, I'm gonna say cap on that. I'm sorry, Billy. I'm sorry, Billy, but I'm gonna say cap on that.
He says, I was hoping one of you guys said yes. I wouldn't do it. She's too young. Which in my opinion clearly indicates that is just a terrible, unfunny, edgy joke. And
basically.
I don't think that I would have
Still
said
fucking
it
weird.
in this year, to be honest. But this year
I mean, yeah, but that was like 7 years ago, so you know.
was known for some
Rice gums come to my house video criticized for doxing. Oh yeah, that is actually true. That year on YouTube might have been one of them years.
really f***ed up stuff. And think what you will. To me, that seems like a very edgy joke and is in no way similar to
it's
what
still
Ava
fucking.
Tyson.
Look, here's the thing. There is the case where he's just making an appropriate joke. Yes, but sometimes people make jokes that they absolutely do not mean as jokes. And they are just saying, oh, it's a joke, not because they mean it as a joke, but because it was poorly received. Like, how many times have you been around somebody who says some really weird shit and everybody looks at them like they're fucking weird? And their response is, haha, it was a joke, guys. Like, no, it wasn't. No, you didn't mean that shit as a joke. You say it's a joke now because we looked at you like a fucking weirdo, but like you did not mean that shit as a joke.
Done. And obviously to get clips and farm interaction, people are posting the shortened clip and not the whole clip purposefully to make Jimmy look bad, or purposely to make Jimmy look bad, not purposefully. Then we got clips surfacing.
No, it is purposefully. I'm sorry, am I fucking purposely on purpose? Oh shit. He's right, it's purposely. Holy fucking shit. Huh. No, purposefully still also seems to be a word. Yeah. Yeah. Purposefully and purposely are essentially synonyms. Okay.
Of MrBeast doing those weird live streams where he would count and do shit for a really long time. And this was back when he was known as MrBeast 6000. And in one of the clips, MrBeast makes numerous horrible, poor jokes talking about selling or buying slaves and talking about...
Yeah, that's just like, yeah, that is clearly just edgy shit. The joke wasn't poorly received, so he didn't walk it back. If it had been poorly received, he would have walked it back. It's like it's a weird ass joke. People are gonna, and when you're now presenting yourself as this squeaky clean, family friendly guy, yeah, people are gonna look at you weird.
About or joking about the N-word and openly saying the F slur. These streams all from 2016 to 2017, edgy humor.
Why is it the F slur and the N word? Are they not both slurs? Should it not be the N slur? Why am I stopping the video to talk about this? Oh.
As Leon Lush put it, was a content strategy, and it was super popular on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't excuse the behavior, but a simple apology, in my opinion, would be completely fine. I mean, you got to give these guys...
I don't think he has to apologize.
They're doing shit.
I don't think he should apologize, because if he apologizes for that, people will run with it and use it to further justify more persecution. I don't think he should apologize for the damn thing unless he actually means it, right? And not to mention, he should not apologize for something that was well received at the time. Because he was making a joke. And, it it was well received. At the time, everybody used that wordage. Everyone was saying, I look, think about the cleanest YouTuber ever. If you look back far enough, and they were around at the time, you will find examples of them saying and doing stuff that nowadays is considered unacceptable, but back then was just edgy. And that's like the difference. Like a lot of people talk shit about the safe edgy nowadays. This whole thing where it's like, haha, it's edgy, but it's, you know, it's okay because everyone agrees with it. If everybody agrees, it's not edgy. Like, guys, I know this is a controversial opinion, but I don't like pedophiles. Like, and then you're making like edgy jokes about, haha, I'm gonna beat up pedophiles and be mean to them, and like, okay, dude, that's safe edgy. The whole thing of like making fun of Christianity, that's safe edgy. The whole, he did it right at the start of this video. Imagine if 5 years from now there's a resurgence in religion, and now everybody is a Christian, and people are very into it. He said "Jod" twice at the start of the video instead of God. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemous. Congratulations. 5 years from now, this video comes up. Oh, and he was talking about somebody else that's also like anti-Christian because he was trying to tear somebody down. Like, you know, this whole thing of retroactively like canceling somebody for something that was good back then, it's weird. It's weird and it's stupid because it was well received at the time. It was the culture of the time.
They're dumb. They're trying to get out there, dude. They're being edgy. Their content. That's their content.
And he
strategy.
shouldn't
That
have
was
to
not
apologize
mine,
for
I
it.
don't think. I don't really know. I can't remember. I woke up about 6 months ago from a really long nap. So yeah, this is kind of the beginning of the MrBeast witch hunt that is sort of evolving a little bit. And in my opinion, these things do not compare in any way in severity to the actions that are clearly done by Ava. So like,
yeah,
totally not deserved up until this point. People just want to topple that empire. They just want to see that that empire crumble.
I think it was the Green Goblin that said it, but there's only one thing that people like more than a hero, and it's seeing a hero fail. MrBeast has been a hero for a long time, and for a very long time, people have tried to demonize him. They've tried to demonize him for the good that he did, though. And that's fucking weird, right? The whole, oh, you know, like the way he's giving these people in Africa water and homes and helping the blind see. It's giving white privilege. It's like, I'm sorry, you're fucking weird if that's what you see when you look at that. You're fucking weird. The whole, you know, the shows that he makes turns out like, oh, all those contests were actually like scripted, and he had his own friends in the audience, and it always just so happens to be somebody from his close circle of friends that ends up winning. Is like, oh, that's fucking weird. And it's like, yes, that is fucking weird, and yes, that should have an impact on. That is, it's not that that should have an impact, but that is something people should know. He should inform people whether or not the contest is faked, because people are getting invested. People are taking time off of work to go participate in these. And if I was taking time off of work to go to a contest, thinking that I'm going to have the opportunity to win a bunch of money or a reward of some sort that I find to be worth my time, and then I get there and I try my hardest and I fail, and then I find out later that I never even had a chance to begin with, I'm gonna be pissed because you wasted my fucking time.
Crumble, bud. They just want to see that empire crumble, bud. They want to look to add to the drama. That's all they want to do, and I don't blame them because it's kind of fun.
Of course, it's fun.
It's kind of fun, and it gives you a little bit of a rush. So, anyways, another narrative that is being pushed right now is that MrBeast's older videos, more specifically the worst intros series, have all been privated, and it is because they contained offensive.
Of course, he's privating his videos, guys. Like, look, people have been scouring his channel for more shit to cancel him over. He'd be an idiot not to private everything.
Dangerous and even sometimes content. That's the claim. I haven't seen any of these videos. And
yeah, people are gonna say, oh, it's because of this and it's because of that, but they don't know. They're not They can't know. They have no way of knowing. So it's dumb. It's dumb. Let people be dumb.
Likely that
Nothing you
MrBeast
can do to
did
stop
private
him.
these videos because there might be some offensive content in it because it doesn't match his brand anymore. It is pretty crazy and outlandish to allege that there's content like it's some kind of big cabal. I don't think.
Yeah, like you can't just say, "Oh, there's pedophilic content here, and that's why he privated it." Okay, show it to us. Like, show me the stuff you're talking about, or shut the fuck up and get out of my room.
These people
I'm
are
playing
bad
Minecraft.
people. In all honesty, I think they just had a friend in Ava and they're trying to do
No,
what's
I'm not.
right
I
for a
never played
long time, and
Minecraft.
They believe
The most I played
it's not-
Minecraft was like a
I don't believe
15-minute
there's some
demo
kind of
on
evil
Xbox.
thing. Basically, whatever Sneeko says, I just believe the opposite of that. Generally
Smart.
speaking.
I've seen her fuck other men, and it's just like that was.
Seen it?
But in like good faith. You know?
Bruh. That interview, that shit. Like, by the way, Agent and his friend, I always forget the friend's name, they cooked his ass. Like, the joke of, like, you see 3 pumps and you get up and walk out, like, that shit had me howling. They cooked Sneeko in
I do
that,
believe
in
some
that
of the
interview.
same things that people like Sneeko believe, but in good faith. Faith through humanity, not faith and hate. So yeah, a lot of people coming out, they don't like MrBeast, and they eat this narrative up and they believe it to be true with zero proof whatsoever just because MrBeast bad, because his candy's in Walmart. I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't really matter to me. And at the end of the day, it seems like it all just falls back.
I do think it's so fucking weird that people will look at a chocolate bar that has been approved by the FDA and they'll go, "It's unhealthy. It's chocolate. Of course it's unhealthy. It's not meant to be healthy. It's candy. Either eat it or fucking don't." "Oh, his fast food is bad for you." Of course it's bad for you. It's a fucking fast food burger. What do you mean?
Back on it being Ava's fault. People really want to destroy all this stuff. Which makes sense, I guess, but like at the same time, come on, man. MrBeast does a lot of good. I mean, look at all the shit. I hope
Oh,
those are
yeah.
the wrong thumbnails. Look at this.
Wait,
At
what?
the same time, come on, man. MrBeast does a lot of good. I mean, look at all the shit.
I got hunted by a Mexican mom.
I hope those are the wrong thumbnails. Look at this.
Give gambling addicts 100,000. That's not a good thing.
At the end of the day, I genuinely believe that the truth will come out, but until, you know, big videos drop or whatever, people are just entitled to their own opinion to not like MrBeast. There's this video that released.
Former MrBeast employee Dogpack404 posted a video because, oh hey, it's Ebony Maw, accusing Jimmy of constantly doing illegal lotteries, promoting gambling to children, faking videos and giveaways, among many other things.
He talks about illegal gambling, promoting sugar to a child audience. Hey, I do that. I've got a
Everyone does that. Oh my god. Hey guys, you know that one audience that really likes sugar? Fat people and kids. That's it. That's it. You want to know who the, like, you see all those chocolate bar commercials with like people who are running and who are full of energy and they're eating chocolate. You want to know who the actual target audience of that is? It's not people who run. It's not healthy people. It's fat people. It's like, look, check out this tasty energy bar. It's got all of this stuff that will help you be more energetic. You know who actually feels the need to be more energetic? It's not the person who can get up at 6 a.m. and go for a 10-kilometer run. It's not that person. That person does not need an energy bar to feel energetic. That person feels energetic by default. That person pops out of bed and they can't stop themselves from doing push-ups because of how much energy they have. The person who needs something to make themselves feel better, to make themselves feel like they have more energy, is the fat guy who can barely get up a ramp.
a candy company, and also just a bunch of other unethical stuff, which, dude, MrBeast is a YouTuber that makes game shows and competitions and says, like, of course, everything you're doing on the internet to be good at social media is in some way unethical in some sense. Like,
that's a stupid way to present things. It's like, you're not unethical because you're selling your product. If your product is just entertainment, and in a lot of cases, MrBeast's product is hope. The hope that you can win the contest. The hope that you can win the giveaway. The hope that you'll be noticed and your life will be changed and improved significantly. He sells hope and entertainment as a package. It's not unethical to sell hope. It's unethical to weaponize hope in order to profit off of people in a way that is predatory. Which is why it's bad that he's, faking the giveaways and faking the contests and scripting all that shit. That's why it's bad.
That's just how it works. At the end of the day, a lot of stuff is being perpetrated and very little of it is real, and it's being shown as if it's true without, beyond a shadow of a doubt, which is sort of disappointing. You don't have to like MrBeast, but like at the same time, he's not like Ava Tyson. But hey, I guess there's two schools of thought here.
We don't know that. And that's why people are being so scrutinous. They're scrutinizing everything.
A, MrBeast is evil and he's bad, or B, he's not, and being a YouTuber doesn't magically make you a good person, but you have like very clear things that you've done that can contribute to actually being a good person. Or you can look at it like Sneeko and just call people and then
these influencers would rather sit in a red circle for 2 hours shitting in a tent with MrBeast than condemn pedophilia. That's why I'm better than all of you. I mean, you as a self-identified black man are friends with a neo-Nazi white supremacist. So it's like, I wouldn't go so far as to say I'm better than all of you. Like, I wouldn't say that, Sneaky. I wouldn't say that, Sneaky.
then also make statements like this.
I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie.
In a day or two, I guess, after the MrBeast witch hunt began, this video dropped out of nowhere. It's titled, "I work for MrBeast. He's a fraud." And I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if it's the other guy, Dawson.
Yeah,
this
I don't
guy
know.
claims
This
he
guy
worked for MrBeast and made a really long 53-minute video exposing different reasons as to why he's a POS.
Now be like shocked, like have your hands over your face, like you're emotional as you can be. So like have your hand reaching for it and then like be like shocked, like you're, yeah.
MrBeast don't trust him anymore to continuously lie to everyone.
Now act a little surprised. Like be like really shocked.
The
with your
poor
mouth
guy
really wanna
is
know
like
your
just
guys'
trying
thoughts
to
on
figure it
this,
out.
because a lot of it
That guy was just trying to figure out how his face worked.
seems like huge non-issues, but at the same time, thinking critically, we're on the internet. So everything's an issue, I guess, technically. In this video, this man claims that MrBeast is a master manipulator and he knows that his audience is young.
Every big YouTuber has to be, to some extent, a master manipulator. You need to be so charming that just you suggesting something makes people want to do it. That's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just being charismatic.
And he purposefully takes advantage of that.
You know, there's a big emphasis at the company of like how to manipulate children, like understanding their psychology and everything, and like,
And, learns behavioral DARPA shit to try to coerce his audience into consuming his content and his brand.
now MrBeast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds for profit using 3 simple steps which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning.
This leads into him saying that most of MrBeast's videos are faked.
Have you ever faked a video?
But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI.
I mean, look,
but this train
if you can't tell that that's
track is
CGI,
CGI, these bus wheels
and
are
that's
CGI,
CGI,
this
and
explosion
that's
is fake.
CGI, then I'm sorry, you're stupid.
Shredder is CGI. This car is digitally lifted. This pit is fake. This guy is fake. This raccoon is a paid actor. This island costs more than $1. This city is not abandoned. These buildings are CGI. That is not your only way out. You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker. It's just a guy. This whole room is fake. This contestant is an actor in a secret airport for $20. That's not a lurker. It's just a guy. This whole room is fake. This contestant
You can tell that it's CGI
is an
underneath
actor and
them.
a secret employee at MrBeast. They had him dive through this fake door twice. This line is scripted. This action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
Or rigged, but are made to seem real in order to build a connection of trust with his audience to further entice them to take part in his giveaways, buy his merch, or just watch his videos. The MrBeast Industrial Complex, which you could say this same thing with any YouTuber ever who exists. Like, you're trying to put forward an air of some kind of genuine character that people can relate to or find solace in watching and entertainment. Like, that's just how social media works. That's like the whole thing. That's
Alternatively, just be a genuine guy. Like seriously, I cannot stress this enough. Like I try to be as much like the people that made me love YouTube as possible, right? And those people were, you know, Markipliers, PewDiePies, Jacksepticeye. They were people who basically, and throughout the years, this has been proven to be the case because everybody else who tried to do the same thing but was faking it got revealed as a faker. But these people, they were genuinely just playing games and hanging out and trying to be entertaining to their audience. And there's a lot of YouTubers nowadays who, through manipulation tactics, through cheesing the algorithm, through having contacts in the industry, make it to a point of fame that they no longer need to be genuine. And then they just stop being genuine, and then their whole thing falls apart because turns out you actually did need to be a good person in order for people to like you and want to watch your shit. Like, it's that simple. Just be a nice enough person that people want to watch you, or, you know, be antagonistic enough that people find you interesting.
It's the whole thing. You're just explaining human nature and how to be successful in any way. You need to get people's attention. One of his examples is a participant named Mac who has appeared in numerous videos.
Yeah. Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former MrBeast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at MrBeast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into $1 million mansion.
And is also apparently a MrBeast
right.
editor who was given a huge house as well as prizes from videos.
His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
Wait. What the fuck do you need 7 bathrooms for? One for each day of the week? Like, I pee in this one first, and then I pee in this one next, and then I pee in that one, and we don't use the one in the attic. Why not? There's a snake in there. Did it, like, get in? No, it's a pet snake. The fuck do you need 7 bathrooms for?
I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really gonna change your life.
Max is a nice car.
Tell me, where are we right now?
We're in the place that we drove to a few minutes ago.
Mac, let's...
This fellow alleges that MrBeast isn't as charitable as he appears because he is giving all these prizes from videos to an employee.
Look, here's the thing. I have no problem with nepotism. I have no problem with the idea that, hey, you're successful, so now you help your friends, you help your family, you give jobs to the people that you love, to the people that are close to you, to the people that supported you when you didn't have that stuff. You know, that I have no problem with. I have a problem when you pretend like that's not what you're doing, and then you're doing that. I have a problem with that. That's a problem. That's malicious. That's lying. That's all that bad shit. I have a problem with that.
Who is already well off from working at his company, which, I guess so.
Wait, he's about to be the first one out? That's unlike him.
And though you got out first, I still have a prize for you. Just wait here.
Oh, first person out gets a car, and it just happened to be your friend Mac.
Furthermore, there is some verification to the claims because we have testimony from other people like Rosanna Pansino saying that there's rigged shit or fake shit. Why should it matter though, right? It's an entertainment. It's like entertainment.
Like, I don't mind if you know, the contest happens by itself. Like, there's no scripting of the contest. There's nothing like there that is changed, and then in the video it gets edited around to be a little more exciting. I don't mind that. I mind when you fuck with the contest, right?
Well, why it matters
That's a problem.
is because the man who made this video claims that MrBeast is running illegal lotteries, faking giveaways, and promoting unhealthy eating habits with his Beast Burgers and Feastables, and promoting online gambling.
Oh no, the fast food burger is unhealthy. No, how could we have known?
Kids, or just gambling to kids, I guess. By the way, I foresee a MrBeast video coming soon called $1 Lawyer versus $1 Million Lawyer, because this is some crazy shit to just allege. yeah, it's $1 billion company. I don't know. It's kind of scary. I don't know if I would
Yeah.
be saying that. Maybe.
Yeah, I would not be picking that fight unless I knew I was going to win it.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. The video goes on to show numerous clips of MrBeast's live stream giveaways where he throws random items or money into people's orders if they bought a signed shirt.
On August 2nd, 2020, MrBeast live streamed him and his friends signing limited edition shirts celebrating 40 million subscribers. And here are just some of the clips from that stream.
For those of you who are just joining, if you buy one of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this.
He does this to highlight some interesting points, such as how the FTC defines what a lottery is and how MrBeast goes against the FTC rules and regulations.
The FTC defines a lottery as containing 3 elements: a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases is just payment. To successfully run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any MrBeast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending money.
When this was going on, I thought that. I was like, that's kind of weird. If you're like, it's a giveaway, there are giveaway laws. There's a reason we did our golden ticket thing with Sour Boys back in March or January or February or something like that. I don't know, earlier in the year, and it was a competition. There's no giveaway, there's no random aspect to it. It's like purely based on merit, who has the best idea. Because I went down the rabbit hole of these rules and regulations and was just like, I don't understand how any of this stuff's legal. Seems all illegal, seems all stupid, but I don't know. Because according to FTC laws, if you are running a giveaway,
consumers must be required to pay to enter. Must be a free alternative means of entry. Interesting. Eligibility requirements must be spelled out. Odds of winning must be disclosed. The contest rules must specify the number and types of prizes to be awarded. Sweepstakes start and end dates must be detailed.
Consideration, aka payment, is not required to enter, and the odds of winning must be disclosed, and the requirements to enter must be spelled out. And in many of MrBeast's giveaway live streams, which are mostly not available online anymore, you can't really watch them, he says that you must buy merch in order to receive some kind of prize, which that is technically consideration and is illegal according to FTC law.
In 10 minutes, right, because we gotta give them time to do their cart, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3 grand in their order. In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
So this was a 6-hour live stream. They took it down off YouTube, but 5 hours of it are still up on their Facebook page. And during those 5 hours, I counted 46 illegal lotteries.
And that's a fair and valid point.
Yeah,
admittedly,
that is
not
very
a good
fair.
Look, 100%, that makes sense. I wouldn't do that. And specifically looked into it because of the golden ticket thing, which, by the way, the candy just launched. Golden ratio. 3 people from the audience made it. Go to sour.gg. This guy's gonna hate me because I'm also promoting candy to my audience, which I don't know if is all children. I meet a lot of adult people who watch my videos, but
I'll be honest, kids don't tend to vibe with this type of content all that much. It's way too, especially kids nowadays, it's way too, like, long-winded. Most kids aren't into it.
I will say I don't pretend about candy, bro. It's candy. Eat it in moderation. It's not healthy whatsoever. It will literally rot your teeth and destroy your pancreas if it is a staple in your diet. You can enjoy it on an irregular, inconstant basis.
Yeah.
Be completely fine. That's what I do. I eat maybe a bag a week, maybe 2 bags a week if I'm, if something new comes out that I really like. The gummies though, they're good. They're really, really, really good. They're fucking delicious. It's really hard not to eat this. But everything in moderation, obviously. I'm not a very good salesman. So, sorry about that. Another example is when he stated in a description of a live stream that no purchase was necessary, but then says that he is going to give prizes away in orders, implying that you need to place an order before before you're in the giveaway. That's consideration. So that's an illegal lottery, technically.
Now this stream did say, we are doing a ton of giveaways, no purchase necessary in the description. But to be eligible to win most prizes, you had to make a purchase.
Would you guys prefer, that we throw money in random orders or that we throw items in random orders?
Yeah. Somebody screamed in chat,
both.
I want to switch. Hey. Buy a shirt.
In 30 minutes, we are giving away my car to someone that buys merch.
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what that means, but like, that's not smart. I wouldn't have done that. But at the same time, maybe they did the research. Maybe they know. I mean, I wouldn't have, they were pretty popular at that point. I assume they have a lawyer on retainer. I don't know. It's also state by state as well.
They might have had a lawyer on retainer. However, we are still talking about a bunch of 20-year-old idiots. Like, these guys are fucking kids, right? They're in their 20s and they got successful by being this way. So they're gonna keep being this way. This is kind of something that happens with a lot of celebrities of all varieties, where as soon as you start becoming famous because of something you did at a certain age, you usually stop maturing in order to ensure you get more of that success.
Well, I assume it would have to do specifically with North Carolina. Maybe he's got like someone in with the FTC. I don't fucking know.
Maybe.
They have an FTC rep on payroll. One thing that may make this all clear is that maybe he was giving away prizes to people who didn't purchase, but I don't know. It's maybe I don't know. I'm not a lawyer once again. I don't want to partake in this specifically, but it's a valid point in the video. You know, if I was MrBeast and this guy made this, I'd be like, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not MrBeast. I'm not a genius guy or whatever. I'm just an idiot. This fella also shows clips of other members of the MrBeast crew signing Jimmy's signature, claiming that he was the one to actually sign it, which I don't know about that, but
It does say this limited tee signed by MrBeast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the MrBeast crew.
Wait, what? Hand signed by a member. Chris, Channel, Tyler, Tarek, and MrBeast have all been signing the autographed pieces genuine. This is your last opportunity to own a signed merch item, as MrBeast and co. will not sign merch ever again.
And it doesn't say anywhere that
I think it's a bad idea to have this in writing.
the description says it's signed by.
This in writing is stupid because, congratulations, the next time that you sign something, you can now be sued. By anyone who bought one of these shirts, you can be sued.
A member of the MrBeast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast. So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging, using MrBeast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is MrBeast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC, smirks, looks around, and then quickly slides the shirt away. Could you make it any more obvious?
Yeah, if you're faking the signature of the main guy, let's be honest, nobody gives a fuck about all these other orbiters. People care about MrBeast. If MrBeast wasn't there, none of these guys would be even like halfway successful. At YouTube, they'd be nobodies. But like, if you're faking the signature of the main guy, maybe, just maybe, you should get sued for that. Because people are buying Jimmy's signature. They're not buying this guy, whoever the fuck he is, signature. They don't give a shit about this guy. They don't know who you are. They don't care. They want this guy. They want MrBeast. They want Jimmy's signature. Jimmy should be the one signing.
overall, the video is really interesting. I watched it. I thought it was pretty well done, pretty well made. And this guy obviously hates MrBeast. Wait, is this the Kendrick Lamar guy from the beginning? Dawson? Is this Dawson? What? No!
What?
Imagine becoming a YouTuber and your whole career is based off of working for MrBeast and then just like shitting on his like some non-ethical practices. You cannot work in YouTube or any sort of entertainment industry and be ethical. Like you have to be a carpenter. You have to do something that doesn't involve influence or power or money. Dude, it's crazy how marketing in and of itself is just evil. It's all evil. It's all scummy, dude. There's double standards everywhere.
It's only evil if the thing you're marketing is malicious.
Where? I love Dr. Pepper. And plus all this pretty damning
You're really
stuff
bad
coming
at,
out when there's already
branding.
a lot of scrutiny due to the Ava Tyson situation. Beyond
Yeah.
the culture war that has surrounded that, this whole thing is really weird. Jimmy could just claim ignorance, and there's a lot of ways out of this, obviously. I mean, the dude has done so much good. I'm sure a simple explanation would suffice. This fella is just implying that the guy's a master manipulator and that everyone in his company is in on it, like it's a huge cabal. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, obviously he's a master, he's a genius. MrBeast is a YouTube genius. He's a attention gathering genius. The fellow who made this video, potentially Dawson, then shifts his focus to
Potentially
Feastables,
Dawson.
which he also uses in a giveaway.
MrBeast launched Feastables, his new chocolate brand, back in January 2022.
I want to tell you guys about my new snack company, Feastables. They're made with only 5 ingredients, but still taste amazing. And I'm kicking off Feastables with something I've always wanted to do. 10 random bars are going to have a mystery ticket inside of them, and if you get this mystery ticket, we will fly you out to compete for a chocolate factory in one of our videos. And on top of that, Chandler, we're giving away over $1 million in other prizes to random people that buy the bars.
Dude, I need to buy these.
And shows that when Jimmy first started promoting the bars, he boasted that they were healthier than Hershey bars because they only had 5 ingredients.
I wanted to just make a better food
That
snack
is,
because I think a lot of the stuff out there is just terrible for you.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat. Like Hershey's, for example, there's 10 ingredients, super processed. Our Feastables bars are 5.
Okay, but like, if one of those ingredients is fucking asbestos, like, I think it's super stupid to go, oh, mine has fewer ingredients, so it's better. Okay, no. It's not how it works. Like, mine, this chocolate bar only has 5 ingredients. Sugar, salt, cocoa, milk, and cyanide. It's clearly healthier than Hershey's, which has 10 ingredients.
Ingredients, and just all the ingredients are way higher quality. And it's infinitely better than the other options out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it is, Mr. Started last week. I'm sure your product is so much better than everybody else's, Mr. Started last week, when comparing yourself to companies that are older than you are.
Recipe has changed recently to be
weirdo.
Basically identical to Hershey's.
Now in 2024, MrBeast changed the formula again to where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's.
More calories, more sugar, more...
And even more.
It's like, bruh, you talked about how this was making people fat, but now your thing has
sugar
like
and more calories
almost 50% more calories. Like, come on.
This initial ad for Feastables where he calls it healthy is still getting
Healthier.
millions of views a month.
Yet he still preaches the health benefits, which market your product however you want to market it.
Don't talk about
has
it
less
being
ingredients
healthier.
and is simple doesn't mean it's healthy magically. Right?
Yeah.
Like less ingredients, sure, that's good. No dyes, natural flavors, sure, that's good. It's not healthy. None of this stuff is healthy. Nothing that is sugar-based, that has no protein or no fat, and that is processed in any way is healthy. That includes all of the candy that I make and 20% of the food that I eat on a daily basis. It is not healthy food. If you can't grow it or see it, shoot it, take its skin off, cut a part of it out, fry it, and eat it, it's not healthy. All right? Then he shits on MrBeast Burger for being inedible.
Did this motherfucker just say vegetables aren't healthy? He did, didn't he? Based.
Which I agree, but that's like a ghost kitchen thing. I don't know, dude.
Ooh, maybe you should have spent a little less time on this beautiful logo and more time on making the food actually edible.
Yeah. Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
What's that?
The entire...
This looks like... These look like the burgers that you find in Fallout London.
The entire reason it seems like he's shitting on all of this in unison is because he's not only just promoting gambling to impressionable children and manipulating them, he's also selling them shit that's not bad for him. He's just betting on the most simple parts of the human condition and trying to exploit those, basically is what he's saying. Dopamine, serotonin. Eat some candy. Look at these bright colors.
Yep.
It's healthier
Pretty
than
much.
compared to Hershey's or whatever.
But
did he
it's
actually
not.
say that? Put a clip up. Put a clip up if he actually says that.
Keep in mind, only 5 ingredients, infinitely healthier for you than the normal thing out there.
Infinitely healthier.
Don't
Yeah.
say that.
Infinitely healthier means that you eat one of those and you're now immortal. You no longer get sick.
This story...
Because, like, and keep this in mind. Sugar is good for you. Your brain runs on sugar. You need sugar to be alive. it's good for you. However, too much of it is bad for you. And this applies to everything, but sugar is good for you in small quantities.
It keeps evolving and changing.
Oh boy.
Someone now from
Quick one to bring some of these. Oh, this one.
MrBeast.
Like this whole this whole tweet was so fucking disingenuous. Like he didn't acknowledge the actual big points of the video. Like he just debunked a few jokes and minor things about the video. It's like, okay, so everything else is true? Got it, thanks. That's all this tweet tells me.
His team has come out and said that Dawson's video is inaccurate, but ignored a lot of stuff like the illegal gambling part.
Like, the raccoon was a paid actor. Oh, okay, that's what you're hung up on? The thing that was clearly a joke? Island cost more than $1. The thing that he was like 1 second of the video. That's what you're hung up on? That's what you're thinking is worthy of acknowledgement as fake? Okay, everything else is true. As you should read this, and if we assume everything that this guy said is true, everything he said was wrong in the video is in fact wrong, and everything he didn't talk about was right, that's what you should assume. You should assume that everything he didn't talk about is true.
And then Dawson responded and said
he gets accused of illegal gambling, of an illegal gambling operation, basically, and profiteering off of people's hope. And your response is, I don't even know what to say about this. Clearly, the raccoon wasn't a paid actor. Huh?
all this stuff. So, guys, there's probably going to be more that comes out of this. It's insane.
Wink was added in post. That is a clear joke, dick shit. Bro, he really did wink. This is a flat out lie again. No, it's a joke. Everybody who saw that, everybody who saw the video, we all knew it's a joke. This tweet, all that it makes me think is like, oh, so everything else in the video was true.
This is a crazy thing that's coming out, and I'm never gonna be able to be up to date on it ever.
It's like it's so stupid. This guy, he would have been better off not posting this.
Yep, the DMs did leak from that Discord, and they're terrible. It looks really bad, and it even potentially implicates MrBeast. But there's a community note.
Community note has been retracted as officially been proven the MrBeast account in Chris' server was actually Jimmy Donaldson. Yep.
On this tweet saying that MrBeast, the name doesn't mean anything from a Discord because you could change anyone's name at any time and change the color, etc.
Yeah, but later it was
There's
proven.
not a lot known, but 100%.
With that info, you can look up the user ID on sites such as Discord, lookup.com/user. This website tells you the account is still active and has a new name. Cool.
We for sure know that Ava is a degenerate, and this is all
MrBeast was in on it.
And I do not like it at all. There are no limits to where people will go to ensure the downfall of someone else. I mean, look at all these people coming out now with the new.
Okay, but like saying that implies that people are taking it too far, and all people are doing right now is holding MrBeast and other people who are involved with Chris Tyson at the time, Ava Tyson now, holding them accountable for the shit that they did before and endangering kids and taking advantage of them, you know?
Competition.
So that's perfectly fair.
This video, we've got Rosanna Pensino. It's a competition. Like, at the end of the day, I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think Jimmy Beast is the Antichrist? Do you think he does good objectively? Do you think it's possible for someone to...
I think he has helped people. I also think he's harmed a lot of people.
Do good objectively and also be a bad person?
Yes.
Specifically? Tell me what you think about me.
Ugly. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This, this ran a little longer than I expected it to. But, yeah, I kind of enjoy talking about this stuff. So, you know, make sure to like, comment your opinion down below. Subscribe if you want to watch more of this stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!